What is up YouTube, it's Kingfisher745, and we're back with the Spec Op 29 task list, part 2. In this one, we'll take over where we last left off, and that was with the first research. So here we are with it ready to be collected, and now we're going to have that Hemo-Arachnid spray. At this point, you can buy as many as you want in the store, so feel free to stack your entire PvP armory with this item. That's also going to mean task number 6 is down and we can move on to number 7. Armed and Spidery 7 of 25 get 2 stars of mastery in mission 1. And we're going to have to go and complete that mission right now. So we'll be back. Alright, what we found out was we came up just short, so I had to run it through once more. It wasn't bad since we were able to get 3 stars of mastery. So if that does happen to you, just make sure you get 3 stars. And then you won't have to run it again later. Then for 8 of 25 you have to use the Hemo-Arachnid spray in combat, and you have to use it 3 times. I made a mistake and only used it once in my first battle, so we'll show you my second attempt. Also, since you need 3, you're going to have to go to the store and purchase what you don't have. They cost 2,000 silver and 10 shield points each. Now when you go into combat with this task, you can use all 3 of them in one fight. If you don't though, don't worry, it keeps a running tally. So if you only use 1, then next time you'll have to use 2. If you still only use 1, just begin another threat and use the 3rd and final spray. One other odd thing happened to me, and I do believe it was random, but when I first used it on my agent, I had to refresh the game. So after that point, I just use it on my allies instead. Oh, and one more thing, just to play it safe, don't do what I do and wait until the second wave. Instead, just use the items right away. But here on Spidey 2099's turn, we're actually going to use our first spray. Well, technically our second because we used one in a previous battle. I believe we found it under the offensive tab. And so just click on that tab, that way you can find it faster. After this brute's attack on my agent's turn, we're going to go ahead and find that once again, under items, offensive tab, and then we'll use it on Spider-Girl. Once you've gotten your 3 uses total, then you can go ahead and finish the enemies, and once the threat is complete, the task is going to pop up done. So it's once again a fairly easy task. Oh, and by the way, in part 1 I was complaining about these webhead thugs. So when I had to go back and run mission 1 through again, I just used symbiotes, anti-venom, and hybrid. And let me say, they made quick work of these enemies. So that's definitely an option that you may want to consider, but it does give very good experience. And so that's why I'm going back to the spider characters. Now for task number 9, you have to fight 5 PvP battles. And you don't even have to win, you just have to fight them. So I'm going to show you my 5th and final battle, and this is right now the team I'm using on offense. So we're using Nurkod and Red Hulk. They're both great characters, and Nurkod is at level 15, while Red Hulk is training to 15 right now, I believe. So that's also going to make a big difference. Red Hulk, by the way, he's just absolutely incredible. The way he drains enemies' health, it's almost not even fair. On offense, he just makes fights that much easier. Not to mention his Gamma Bomb and Pyrophoric. Right after Curse turn, you'll see the Fire Tornado also triggers this debuff. So that's going to be a nice added little bonus, of course, to go along with Exhausted. So that's what we're going to use first with our agent. And then after that, we're going to end up punching ourselves. But there you see Pyrophoric and a Rafshank proc. Then with our actual attack, I'm going to use the Mandible on the enemy agent. This should do a lot of damage, well, if it hit. Okay, and their Null is a level 15, so they use Short Fuse. But they miss their hit, take Drowning, and absorb energy. And would you look here, the enemy agent has Rafshank as well. But we still get to hit with the Mandible, and we drop Null. Now on the Breaker of Ocean's turn, she ends up hitting our own agent. So that was a pretty unfortunate turn. But when the enemy agent attacks her, he's going to take a counter. So there's that breaching strike. After that, we'll use Bulwark once again with Red Hulk, then our Bunker Buster on the enemy agent. And it does 69,000 damage. That is impressive. Well, luckily it looks like this is going to be a fast and easy fight. So we'll just go ahead and heal our team, then try to finish off the enemy Kurth. So we'll use a Mandible, and that's going to do it. Alright, well that's another task under our belt, and we're moving very close to the second research. So task number 9 is down, and now we get 1200 XP, and we can move on to number 10. Round the corners, armed in spidery 10 of 25, complete 2 deploys. And you should be able to do this one in any mission. Since we have a few sitting in the spec op, and we're trying to get components, we'll just go ahead and complete them there. Then we'll skip ahead to when they're ready to be collected, and once we've done this twice, we'll get credit for task number 10. Now hopefully you have gotten at least one component because you're going to need it. And you're going to need more after that. I've been having pretty bad luck with it, but we did manage to have at least one. And so when we get the blueprint for the Inferior Weber, we can move on to task number 11. Honestly, there's nothing worse than getting to a research task, and then you have to wait to even start it. That's actually what has happened to me in the past. Here we were much more fortunate. If you don't have that component though, you have to go and farm deploys or bosses in Spec Ops, or you can go and purchase one in the store. Since we are ready to go, we're going to click on that link, and then once in the lab, you can see it takes 12 hours, 40 unstable ISO weight, and 5,000 silver. So we'll get that one started, and we'll be back once it finishes. That's going to be it for part 2, so I want to thank everyone for watching. Ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. Then until next time, good luck, and take care.